All right. I was waiting for it to quit counting down.
Hey, we're back again with the almighty V-SINISTER in the house.
Hey,
What's up, V?
Hey, yay. God damn it, we're alive. V-SINISTER, thanks for being back.
And thank you for having me back.
Hell yeah.
And thanks to Cody for setting this all up. He's the man right now. Fuck yeah. See that? We got a smile out of Cody. That's a rare occurrence. So what have you been up to, V?
Busy trying to propel Stormwork forward, get Clifton Durrell out there and get ready for I don't want to say coronation just yet, but as close as to one you're gonna get for next Friday, and that's the Guinness World Record attempt.
Okay, and a lot of people have been talking about this, and for those that do not know what you're going for, go ahead and let the people know.
All right, it's an exercise I created over 10 years ago called the Billy Cane push-up. And what that is you center a pole right in front of you, grasp it with both hands, and you extend your body out with feet touching the floor about shoulder width apart. And you're essentially doing push-ups in midair on the pole. I got a couple videos out there demonstrating it. And Guinness, now I submit the application for Guinness. It took about 3 months to get an answer from them, but they reviewed it, said they needed to see video footage of it because I guess it was nowhere online because, of course, I created it. So they took a look at the video footage we sent them and said, all right, you're good to go. We made a category for you, and this is the number that we want, and we'll go from there. They gave me the rules and stipulations and contracts and everything that need to be signed. And once all those are made, then send everything back to them after the show is done. And hopefully they say, all right, cool, you did it. You're going to not only the Guinness Book of World Records, a physical copy, but going online on their page and a YouTube channel too.
Okay. So had you been doing that prior to the challenge or made it just for the challenge?
You mean the push-ups themselves? No, that's an exercise I created just for working out. It was just I created on my kitchen floor back in 2011 when I first moved into my apartment. And I'm thinking, okay, this was pretty tough, and I made it part of my exercise regimen.
It's pretty dope, man. So what made you think of approaching the Guinness Book? Just like, I bet have you challenged other people to do it?
When I was training independently at a gym around the corner from me, I had people try to do it and they said it was tough. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll stick with this exercise. But what made the Guinness Book of World Records come up, I thought about trying to get in there a long time ago for doing as many push-ups as possible in 1 minute, but the records were just all over the place with it. There wasn't anything concrete for push-ups in 1 minute. So just let it go a long time ago. But this year, a series of unfortunate events and circumstances transpired that made me just kind of push my foot down on the gas to try to expedite the process on a lot of things we got going on. And the Guinness Book of World Records was one of them. I initially wanted to go in there for trying to get beat the world record for doing push-ups on fingertips in a minute, which is 109 on your fingertip. And then I thought, wait a minute, I got an exercise here that I don't think nobody's ever seen. There's no record for it in the Guinness Book of World Records, no videos for it on YouTube. And as far as I know, I innovated it, created it. So I decided, instead of going for one of the hardest things to do in the Guinness Book of World Records right now, let me try to go for something I already done. And that was the Billy Cane push-up. And I submitted the application. And as I said, waited 3 months for an answer from them. And here we are. Next Friday, Stormwork Entertainment in association with Magic Ninja Entertainment is putting this event together and going to take the Wicked Underground into the Guinness Book of World Records.
That's dope that Magic Ninja's helping out with it. That's fucking
yeah, George real cool. Everybody on Magic Ninja cool.
George is
and you're right, Ted. the final boss is a beast. He's probably one of the most fit guys in the underground. Period.
Well, I've seen some other fit guys. I'm just trying to be the apex of fitness.
The biggest guy I see, you probably know him. The biggest guy I've seen so far is Bootlegs managed bodyguard.
Bootlegs bodyguard.
From Dayton Family. That dude was fucking huge.
Oh, from Dayton Family?
Yeah.
I've seen some pretty big guys and what have you. I have never seen this bodyguard, but
that dude was fucking huge. Made us look small. You know who we're fucking big dudes.
Yeah. And I had to drop down size myself and everything to attempt this because the more muscle you have, the more oxygen the body requires, and it makes it that much harder to get it done unless you Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's a machine, so.
Man, you got it down to a science, don't you?
Yep. Hey, I mean, aside from music fitness, I've been doing fitness for a better part of 12 years, been a trainer for 12 years, and basically I have my body adapt to whatever the need calls for. And with this attempt, I know that, hey, walking around all jacked and everything looks nice, but functionally it wouldn't do me well trying to do this attempt, and it make it that much harder. So I went from 245 pounds, almost 250 at the start of this year, dropped down to 227 and 218 at my lowest.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar, though, he can backflip on his own neck and just grow another one because he don't care. That dude, how did he not die? You guys seen that, right?
Oh, yeah, Kurt Angle.
Yes, I've seen it.
Like the moonsault, like, boom, right on his neck, got up, like, whatever. Tomorrow I'll grow a new neck and just fucking.
Fucking BC's a monster, yeah. Brock Lesnar is.
Dude,
the conditioning that guy must go through. I mean, he does. I mean, the longest his matches are maybe like 25, 30 minutes, but I mean, the amount of intensity he throws into those matches.
I wouldn't want to get my ass kicked by him for 25 or 30 minutes.
Because a lot of those wrestlers fucking actually work out the neck area. Like, they'll do like some fucking neck push-ups and shit.
Neck bridges.
So that's why their neck injuries don't stick, you're saying?
Right,
Daniel, look at fucking Kurt Angle. He fucking he got a gold medal with a broke neck, right?
No, freaking neck. No, freaking broken neck.
Yeah,
freaking broken neck.
Daniel Bryan cattle mutilation move in Ring of Honor, and he would bridge his neck, and he would just support all of his body weight on just the top of his head while he had his arms wrapped around their arms. Why he was doing that submission move, which takes a lot because the whole time he's trying to get them to tap out or give up, he's holding all of his body weight on just his legs and his neck with his head. Yeah, that's fucking crazy how those wrestlers can do that. I mean, they learn to do that in probably amateur wrestling in college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I heard that in UFC, the most feared people to go up against are amateur wrestlers from the get-go. Like, if they learn to do that shit to tap you out from a young age, and then they learn jiu-jitsu or something like that on top of it, yeah, forget about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want to get tapped out. That's just embarrassing as fuck.
Yeah. Right. I remember when I was working at UPS and was working with a guy, I think he said he came number 5 in the state of Michigan for wrestling in his high school and what have you. And me and him kind of locked up because I did a little wrestling in high school too. Not as much to the extent he did, but yeah, he was a short guy too, maybe about 5'5", 5'6", but he was strong as shit though.
I hope he works for FedEx. Fuck that bit. No, I was funny.
But yeah, I remember in high school, the feud was always between the wrestlers and the football players. But every time the football players wanted to get into it with the wrestler, they get their asses kicked because half the time they were hungover from drinking too much the night before, and the wrestlers don't drink or party. They're very strict about their diet and their workout, and they'll just take you to the floor and get your ass.
Right. My buddy was a wrestler, and I remember he used to be like, one week he'd be like, it might have been every other month or something, but he would cut weight. Like, dude, like, you were like 200 pounds less. And he's like, I'm 180 now. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And then he'd just still beat your ass like he was 200. I never heard no cheating shit like that until the big leagues.
Now, quick question for you. This link I see up here, StreamYard.com, and all the following numbers. Is that the link for people to come here and check this out?
That's the link for people to get on to the show. But if you want to share the link, that'd be our YouTube channel.
All right. Definitely want to have people check it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You on there, Body Rot will send it to you.
All right.
I'm gonna go share it real quick too. I got to do that on Facebook. I almost forgot. Got to share it out.
So what's been new at Stormrook?
Oh, a lot. Let me see. Stormrook is primarily ran by getting 6 endeavors done, and what those endeavors are different tasks and different genres, trying to succeed in all of them. And starting from the top with fitness, of course, there's the Guinness World Record attempt next Friday at Hamilton Street Pub. Doors open at 6, show starts at 7, and I wanted to try to end the show early, but the people involved expressed to me they wanted the show to run a little later, so had to add a few more on the bill, but that's going on. The Guinness World Record attempt and normal training. Probably look at paying a visit to the Arnold next year in March. That's fitness.
So on that show, I see the ROC's coming.
Is who?
The ROC's coming to that show as well for the Guinness Book?
Yep, he's co-headlining. It ROC go before me, and I probably do a quick set, and I hope people don't expect me to do a super long set, because as soon as the set wraps up, that's when I gotta have a ball.
They gotta understand. They gotta understand you're there to you gotta conserve your energy to do that, right?
Set alone is some fucking work itself.
Yeah.
And he'd be running around the whole damn place.
Right.
He doesn't stay on stage.
Camp Zool. He's very energetic on stage. I mean, I break a sweat just watching this guy. I'm serious, man.
Yeah, but that's fitness with Stormrook. It could be worse. The comic strip been working on forever and a day, and there's a lot of delays because life gets in the way. Life don't care what you got going on. Hey, it'll get in the way, but
are you drawing all that yourself?
Yep. Drawing, it could be worse, and I'm trying to get my illustration skills back to the level they were at when I almost got a job with Image. The thing is, I'm trying to get used to the medium I'm using right now, because way back in the late 90s and such, I got used to using 11 by 17 sheets of paper, rulers, pencils, and the whole 9 yards. So I got used to drawing that way when trying to do comic pages. But now there's an expedient process that I learned from Rob Liefeld. Love him or hate him, and he's a polarized figure in the comic industry, but hey, Rob's the homie and everything, and I was up there listening to some tips that Rob Liefeld had as far as like streamlining the process of doing comic book pages, and I never go back again. The way he explained it made me crank out drawings tenfold, and I'm gonna get back in. And that's the next thing after it could be worse doing the comic books is the comic strips is the comic book Soldier Blade. That's something I've been wanting to put out for decades, literal decades, since I was in high school. And it's about a group of intergalactic soldiers, no different than probably the Green Lantern Corps or the Nova Corps, if you're familiar with them. And it's intergalactic soldiers. Still trying to get the name down pat, but one of them goes AWOL to get away from the politics and the war going on, finds himself on Earth, soldiers coming back to get him, and from there it just branches out into a whole lot of stuff. But going to turn that to a 4-issue miniseries now. Soldier Blade does good enough. Then I'm going to expand upon what I call the Daniverse, and I'll explain what the Daniverse is in a second. But the Daniverse contains a lot of other heroes and factions outside of Soldier Blade. There's Revenge Incorporated, Execution Unit, Death Campaign, God Complex, and Gangbangers. And what the Daniverse is it's a tribute to my homeboy. Now, I don't know how far back y'all remember my career, if you want to call it that, when I got to deal with Psychopathic, and a little bit before that, I had a hype man with me. His name was Dan-tastic, the Fantastic Mac. I just called him Dan Turismo. But me and him go way, 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 way back. And he was the one that kind of put me on to doing comic books. And that's where Soldier Blade and all these other properties got created from, with stuff that me and him put together. So decades later, when I finally found a way to streamline this process and actually put a comic book together, I decided instead of because it used to be called Omniverse, but instead of calling it the Omniverse, I call it the Daniverse in tribute to him, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing comic books at all. Then there are vigilantes. Oh, go ahead.
That's fresh. I'm just saying that I like that you dedicated the multiverse that is what you're doing to somebody that was important to you. That's cool as fuck. I like that.
Oh yeah, the Daniverse. The Daniverse named after him, because if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be seeing any comic book drawings from me. He put me onto that. I mean, before he did that, I used to read like Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, the Haunt of Fear, entertaining comics. And short, it was EC. They transitioned into Mad Magazine format, and the daughter of the founder of, well, not the founder of EC Comics as it was, but he was the publisher of entertaining comics, William Gaines. I know his daughter and tried talking to her daughter about trying to revive the Tales from the Crypt series or the Crypt of Terror and what have you, but pretty much you got to come with some exceptional talent, and if you come with something that they definitely want to work with, they'll license out the EC name to you, and you can run with it there. I'm pretty sure, provided that you come with a deal that they find acceptable, and that's what I'm working on too. Is after initially doing Soldier Blade, seeing how that runs and what have you, if I could get some heat behind that, then I'm gonna look at talking to her. Her name is Kathy. I don't want to mispronounce the last name. I think it's Mifsud, or it's Kathy Gaines Mifsud, and I think that's her married last name. But Kathy Gaines Mifsud, the daughter of William Gaines. I want to talk to her about putting Tales from the Crypt back out there, the Crypt of Terror, the Haunt of Fear, or the Vault of Horror. But that's something down the line, though, because basically you want to do something like that, you got to make sure you have a big following, because you got to justify borrowing the license, and you got a big following. You got people that will buy the material. Then I'm pretty sure we could all come to an arrangement, an agreement that everybody found acceptable, and we could get a Stormwood can put the Crypt of Terror or the Vault of Horror and the Haunt of Fear back out there. Aside from that, there's also Vigilante Strike. It's a vaporware video game music project I'm working on and actually composing music to. There's 6 of them, and I want to put those out along with the 3-parter game in the vein of ActRaiser called Heaven Soul, and another one in the vein of Contra called Iron Soldier, doing compositions for those, and depending on what happens with the composition, because right now I never thought I'd live long enough to see that video games and video game music is doing big business right now. Back when I was enjoying video game music, the video games were big, but the music, it was something I don't want to say was niche. It was sub underground, way below genre. And when I used to listen to video game music for the sake of listening to video game music, people looked at me like I was weird. I was insane. Like, of all the music I could listen to at the time, like whether it was R&B, heavy metal back then, or gangster rap or whatever and everything, here I am rolling up to my high school playing Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario, ActRaiser, Astiniacs, and all these other video games.
So I got a question on video game music. Did you know back in the day you could put PlayStation like 1 or 2 games in your CD player and listen to the background music?
What?
Some of them did do that.
Yeah, I swear to God. If you put Doom, bro, if you put Doom in there, they got this level. If you hacked it, it was called Club Doom, and it was like a disco with all those skeletons that shot the missiles at you. But it's like super duper, like techno is dope. But yeah, you could put it in there, listen to the background music of the like boards. It was awesome.
Did not know that though. The only game I remember trying that on, they said you could do that, was Symphony of the Night. You could put in a CD player, and it played some R&B song on there.
Yes, and then there was Mortal Kombat Trilogy. You could play all the background music through all the tracks on it. I had Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and you could do that with it.
Really?
It's funny that you mentioned the thing about the video game soundtracks, because when you buy games on Steam and Epic now, they give you the option to buy the game's soundtrack with the game. because it's so popular nowadays.
I feel like what broke that.
Soundtrack.
I feel like what broke that was Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto?
Because like when Grand Theft Auto Vice City came out, you could get the soundtrack to it. So they started doing soundtracks to like every Grand Theft Auto.
Man. Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
Says, Donald Brown with Missing Shoe Inc. wants to know what's your biggest influence?
Who is biggest influence as far as got to be specific? Because are we just talking about music influence right now, or what are we talking here?
Whoever. Probably music.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with music, comic, and what, wrestling?
Oh, run down the line. All right. Music. That's a lot of influences. Rhyme wise, I go with Big Daddy Kane and Chuck D for Public Enemy, Be Real, Cypress Hill, Twista, Tech Nine, Esham, and ICP. A lot of reasons for that. Like Esham definitely because of the wicked shit. ICP because of theatrics behind it and making CDs more than just you come up with a song, slap it on the record, and then you put it out, but you put a concept behind it. Let's see. Still musical wise, I say Nobuo Uematsu, the composer for the first 11 to 12 games of Final Fantasy. Yuzo Koshiro, the composer behind Streets of Rage.
Fuck yes.
Thank you for Razor. Yeah, Yuzo Koshiro. Yeah, when everybody else was doing video game music that sounded like video game music, he was doing music that sounded like stuff you hear on the radio or in a club.
Club shit. Yeah, he was doing fucking technotronics and shit like that with what he had to work with, and he made an amazing soundtrack for both Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3.
Streets of Rage is shit, dude.
Yeah, Yuzo Koshiro influenced me there, and also Michiru Yamane, who was, I found out later, not only the composer behind Symphony of the Night, but was also the composer on Castlevania Bloodlines. And I mean, if you enjoy music like that, you should. Did y'all ever play Castlevania Portrait of Ruin?
Yes.
I played Symphony of the Night religiously, so I know what you're talking about.
Castlevania I played, probably.
Oh yeah, Castlevania Portrait of Ruin contains both of them working together. That was a dream soundtrack of mine right there with Michiru Yamane and Yuzo Koshiro doing the compositions for Portrait of Ruin. That's in the playlist too. But musically, that's as far as it go right there. Is just Esham, Big Daddy Kane, maybe Ice-T too. Be Real, Chuck D, ICP, Yuzo Koshiro, Michiru Yamane, and Nobuo Uematsu. Comic book wise, I'll probably say that I'll take a heavy anime influence for certain properties I'm working on, but initially, my earlier influences came from the 1950s EC comics, Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, Haunted Fear with Jack Davis, Graham Ingalls, Johnny Craig, Jack Kamen, George Evans, Al Williamson, and Bernie Krigstein. And then later on, it was Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, Eric Larson, Jim Lee, Will Portacio, maybe Adam, no, probably Andy Kubert. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, Kubert or Kubert. Joe Kubert's son. And maybe a little bit of Jack Kirby.
That's a long list, man. That's dope.
Yeah. Comic strip wise, influences there: Jim Davis, Kathy Goswhite, Bill Watterson from Calvin and Hobbes. I like Calvin and Hobbes. Gary Larson from The Far Side, and Ray Billingsley from Curtis.
Oh yeah.
And let me see what else. Fitness, training cues from Lee Haney, who's also my certifier in IAFS, International Association of Fitness Sciences. Arnold Schwarzenegger, let me see, Frank Zane, Steve Reeves, and trying to think, I think it Sergio Oliva and Mike Mincer, Ray and Mike Mincer.
Yeah, Arnold's a real one. Did you ever see that video of that dude sucker punching him few years back at a meet and greet?
I think I'm not sure. Is he the one that got tackled?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I seen that a
it
few
was
years
messed
ago.
up. Like, but it didn't phase him though. He was just like, "You." So I was like, "Damn." He was like, "I'd be scared."
Oh, I would too. As many fans of Arnold it was and everything, I'm surprised he didn't sit there and get put through the ground.
Right. Oh no, he got beat up. I think.
Man.
So I got a question for you. I know that you keep up with what's going on in the modern underground scene and all these new young talents coming out lately.
Oh, yeah.
Who have you seen that's come out in the last year or so that's impressed you with their grind and their hard work?
The
Music
last
wise,
year or so?
Yeah, last
All right,
couple of years.
music wise, right, Bootleg?
Yeah,
Yeah.
music wise.
Music wise, I will say Tier Diaz, like from when I first seen him. I mean, I know you said a year or so, but I seen him at the 2021 gathering when I got invited there. And he came from doing the second stage, like at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on the second stage, to going on tour with Shaggy, being signed to Iron Robbery Entertainment, courtesy of DJ Clay, and just being in different shows and movies like Dexter, and it's a number of other things that he was on too. But Tier Diaz, Zitro, man, every time I go to a show and see this dude perform, people love Zitro, and he's just entertaining. Like the one song that he does at the end of a set, that I'm a motherfucking psycho. Love that song. And Zitro is nice. Performance wise, I will say the Slice Girls. Check them out at I think it was at Trixie's I went to in Hamtramck. I'm like, they have their act together. My God, the Slice Girls are real nice on stage. Their choreography and their showmanship almost remind me of what Tech Nine used to do with Chris Calico and Cut Calhoun on stage. That's how organized and together they have it. And I was like, wow, that was impressive. And let me see, continuing down the line, I want to say, and not just because you're on here and everything, but I'm dead serious, it's the Michigan Misfits. When I first seen them at it was Carl's Tavern at Nasty Bash. These mugs climbed up on a bar performing. They just all over them like Jesus Christ. These Michigan Misfits are dope as hell. And like I said, I'm not saying that because you on here. If you weren't on here, I still say the same thing.
I appreciate it.
I remember
Shout out to Michigan Misfits.
Yeah, we did a show 2 nights in June, and I'm gonna keep bringing this up and what have you because it just makes me realize I got to work that much harder to match the kind of energy and presence that they have. That when these dudes went on, the bar was packed from front to back. Everybody wanted to see the Michigan Misfits. I'm like, man, the Michigan Misfits are dope as hell. I love the Garbage Pail Kids song because that's close to heart because I love. Let me emphasize that with 3-4 quotation marks. Love the Garbage Pail Kids. All the way from Nasty Nick, Evil Eddie, the first card to I don't even know where the hell they at right now because they got so many y'all. Like I done lost track of them. I'm still trying to get all of the first run and the second run, and they got
Remember you used to make the puzzle? Huh? Remember you had to collect the pieces to make the big puzzle on the back?
Oh yeah,
like the poster.
Oh yeah. I got some Garbage Pail Kids in the back end car sleeves right now. I've been collecting. I started collecting those.
Bro, I got a whole binder for them.
Oh, you got a binder
for them. Bro.
And
I'll send you my extras. I got a couple.
Well, what years do you got?
Like 83, 84.
Me 85?
Maybe 85, 86. I don't know. It's something.
No,
it's like a third series.
How much you want for them?
We'll talk after this.
All right, cool. Just give me your price and or it depends on what I want to make sure I don't have them either.
Oh yeah, they're you see.
All right. But as far as the people who's doing it now in the underground, I mean, I'm pretty much not gonna say no names that people don't already know. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even have to say Axe. Axe just when I first seen them in 2017, they was playing I want to say one of the tertiary stages at the Gathering in Oklahoma, but I know they drew a crowd there. Everybody came to see Axe, and years later, Axe are doing her own thing, and they're like huge luminaries in the underground right now. But yeah, there's a lot of people impressed with HB Grizzly, Justin and Mandy. I'm trying to think because right now I got a whole bunch of artists running through my head.
I'm Mandy.
Squints. Oh yeah. Sorry for saying your government name. I'm just used to seeing what's on my page. Squints and Mandy. Thank you, Squints and Mandy. Let's see.
I like what Clockwork E's doing for the Juggalo scene right now. I think Clockwork E's doing a good job for representing the Juggalos.
I like
that is exactly where I'll fucking chime in, because you're 100% right. Them Clockwork E-boys, they are motherfucking schooling shit. They are fucking bringing the wicked shit. They're bringing the funny shit. They're bringing the real shit. They're bringing the health and the healing and the happy and the fun and the scary and the crazy and the nasty, and it's all fucking dope and beautiful. What up, V?
What's up? All right, when's the next time they perform?
They've got their own festival coming up pretty soon. Was it
November 18th for that? But I think they're on. They're gonna be on Night of Zooligans.
Yep.
And where is that at?
That's back at
Ohio.
That's where?
At camp.
Yeah, at camp. Night of Zooligans.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna have to take a trip out there and check out Clockwork.
Don't forget the Hooligans either.
Yeah, V.
Damn, and the Hooligans. Oh, son, that also remind. Like I said, I was thinking of a lot of names. Son or SON, Legion.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. SON's gonna be there too, and he's doing a ritual for that event as well. So
he did that last year.
Sam,
now the question I got, like I said, I'm not real familiar with SON and everything. So hopefully, if he sees it, he's not offended and what have you. Is what he do authentic or is it just showmanship?
Oh, it's all authentic.
It's real.
Oh, it's authentic.
Oh, I mean, this guy right here. I mean,
Son's a real one.
Yeah, make sure you're in the crowd for his performance, brother. Make sure you're in the crowd for his performance. That's all.
So the Grimoires and the Necronomicon and all that.
Oh,
he's very much. He's like a shaman to the underground, dude. I'll tell you. You talk to him, and for some reason, he always has what you need to hear come out of his mouth. It's weird. It's weird.
And all the gates. Okay, all right. I'm not to talk to him then.
I'll tell you this.
Always on drugs, but he always has off the wall stories.
Yes.
I'll tell you
more than me. That says something.
And even though he's done a lot of crazy shit, he's still got a very level head, and he knows exactly what he's talking about. And you can have very good conversations with SON. I'll say that. I'll stand by that. Anybody that ever wants an opinion on what kind of character that guy is, I mean, I'm serious. I was intimidated by him at first, but once I talked to him, I was like, man, this guy is really cool.
Yeah, his energy is so fucking big like that, brother. Yeah,
I talked to him a couple of times at Camp Zul and everything, especially when I went backstage just to grab water and everything and ran into him. And very good guy, wonderful guy.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much, V. This is no disrespect to you or anyone who's ever came before you or Son in the underground, but there's not a single artist out there that I've ever felt like the need and the desire to meet. I had to meet that motherfucker. There was no not meeting him. I had to. And when I did, like, you remember like the first time you ever heard Dark Lotus?
You mean like need the feeling to meet somebody? That probably with me to go with Eshan, because before all that, like I'm old. I'm old as hell. Like I was there before everything would have you to see that. And
I'm just saying. You remember that feeling of hearing Dark Lotus for the first time?
Yeah.
It felt like that.
Like somebody that you had to talk to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, with me that just be ICP and hearing Ringmaster for the first time and like, okay, I gotta see who these dudes is. And Eshan, like way back when, before anything was wicked shit or whatever, when Eshan first came out, like I remember he had a lot of people scared to death because nobody was doing no shit like that. Nobody was talking about Satan and devil this and witches or nothing like that. So when he came out, like you go to an Eshan show and everything, it'd just be packed front to back. man, just people, because it was different. He coming out on stage in the coffin, his boys carrying him out there. Just it was different. I was like, I gotta meet this dude, see what he all about. And decades later, met him, Joe, Joey, Blade, everybody. Just if you name him, chance I already talked to him, met him, chopped it up with him.
We've done a couple shows with Isham, and that's been so far almost our biggest like packed shows.
Is Isham? Oh yeah,
except Twistmas. Twistmas is like fucking. It was ridiculous. But after that, it would be the Isham shows we did.
I mean, cause shit, everybody knows that's where it started. You know.
Well, hey, some people agree to disagree. I mean, I'm not saying I'm one up because I have my opinions about that, but that's been like a thing that's been argued and debated over the decades of where it started at and who started it. And I'm gonna just put my stake in the ground right now and say that we could debate about it and have a long debate all the way about the year and exact time, but Isham, it started with Isham. Like I said, I was there from before Isham. I've been listening to music since the mid 80s and early 80s and everything, and there was nothing like Isham that came out. And next thing you know, everybody wanted to be a wicked rapper. Here come ICP. I mean, they started in 91, but in 92 came Carnival of Carnage and everything. And now it's like you hear about the devil worshiping rapper in Detroit, and before anybody knew ICP and who they were a lot of people, at least around this way, thought they were Mexican gangbangers because of what they was talking about. It was always folks up, folks down, and this, and talking about X-Men counts and all the different gangs in Detroit and everything, and people thought they was Mexican gangbangers. And we thought, no, Isham Black, ICP was Mexican and everything, and then yeah, I'm dead serious. That's how far back you go. And then what really shocked me was I think when they came out with the Great Malenko and they made the news on MTV, and Kurt Loder said that Insane Clown Posse, 2 white guys from Detroit, and I was like, white? Wait a minute, they white? What?
Yeah. Just two Detroit white kids that knew half of what they were talking about and trying to be gangsters.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, hold on, ICP white? I mean, I'm telling you before. Yeah, I mean, only people that probably would know is the people that were like there in person or that hung around them and everything. But I wasn't there in person along with a lot of the people around Saginaw, Flint, or anywhere else. Thought they was Mexican. My cousin. He ain't in the gang no more and everything, as far as I know. But when we used to roll in the set and all that, he said that he couldn't listen to ICP because they was peoples and what have you. And when I quote unquote got indoctrinated, I was like, oh, okay, all right. I understood what he meant, but before that, when he was at the time, like, they couldn't listen, they couldn't fuck with ICP because they was peoples. I was like, the hell, what you mean they peoples and everything? Until I got indoctrinated, like, oh, okay, all right, I understand now. But now, you know, it's whatever. Everybody grew up. Everybody got family, jobs, kids, whole 9 yards and everything. But that's where the origin of all that started. But I love the fact that when I was in the military at the time, how ICP blew up like that, because before I went to the military in 95, they dropped the riddle box. I was in basic training and then got to my first duty station. And when I got there, nobody knew who the hell ICP was. They looked at me weird when I showed them, you know, I showed the Carnival Carnage cover, Ringmaster, Riddle Box, and all the Terror Wheel and stuff, and they was listening to it, and they looked at me like, "What the hell wrong with you? What the hell is this shit?" Especially with Isham too.
So, what do you think about Drake wearing the Ringmaster jersey?
Oh, my opinion on that, I put it like this: a lot of people have different opinions on that, and some people want to keep it underground, but it's like this: in order for a genre like this to thrive, you got to get it out there. Eyes got to see it. And better way.
I seen an interview with Violent J, and he said he thought that Drake just wore something he didn't know what he was wearing.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you think ICP paid him, or do you think it's just random?
Oh no, he probably threw it on because his boy Post Malone be rocking with Juggalos and all that. So he probably threw it on because Post Malone had it, had no idea what he was wearing. But again, it's a symbol that a lot of Juggalos recognize, and a lot of casual people who are familiar with ICP, as far as the mainstream go, are familiar with. So it's like, oh, if Drake rocking it, okay, then that just means that there's more exposure right there to help keep this going.
Mm-hmm.
That jersey is a new drop, so it's not like an old one. So someone got it within the past 3 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not like he was just somewhere and they got like an old one. So they thought about it.
Bedlam back in the day?
Let's say that again.
Did you fuck with Bedlam back in the day?
How far back in the day? Oh, but how far back?
Oh, I don't know. I was just curious if you ever fucked with him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you must definitely not be familiar with me that much and everything, because Chemical Imbalances Volume 2 I co-produced and 3 songs on Shock Treatment.
Yeah, he did. Saga.
Yep, that's one of them. The other one was the Shock Treatment title track, and then was it what was that other one?
Asbestos on my balls.
Yeah, Asbestos on my yeah, you know. Yeah, and like I said, half of Chemical 2, Dead People, the Resurrection with Project Born, Chemical Imbalances title track of Faces of Evil, and Locked in Bedlam 2001, and also was on the intro and the outro of the track, and did the chorus for 7 Horsemen.
Oh shit!
So do you still mess with Prozac at all?
The last time I seen Prozac was when I was at Walmart. We talked for a hot second or so, but Prozac is doing his own thing right now. He used to live around the corner from me, but I heard that he moved somewhere deeper in the old Saginaw. And Madness, I will say, I'll just say this. If there's a lot of Bedlam fans out there still, right, and it should be a lot of Bedlamites, hey, come up to the Hamilton Street Pub show next Saturday, not next Saturday, next Friday. Got a surprise for you.
The 29th.
The 29th. Doors open at 6.
Oh, man. I'm curious.
The Guinness Book record for what is it? What's your...
The show's called The Storm on the Horizon, and it's an attempt to get in the Guinness Book of World Records. And the event is the maximum amount of Billy Kane push-up or max reps of Billy Kane push-ups in 1 minute.
Pop that flyer.
For all those that may be tuning in, thank you for tuning in again.
Hold on, I'm almost down there.
Holy shit! Look at Neck Pistol looking like fucking Billy from Flock McGee.
Hey, whose squirrel got out of the cage? Whose chipmunk is that?
Hey, go look in your own ass and find it.
Oh man.
And this would be the event you're talking about, V?
Yep, Storm on the Horizon.
Here we go.
And the list of artists on there, if I can remember off the top of my head, is Histio, Clifton Durrell, Definition of Insanity, Zitro, Michigan Misfits, Squints and Mandy, Mike Spitz, the ROC. I think I said Zitro. Me, of course. And a surprise guest there too.
Oh shit.
I should say guest with a plural.
Oh yeah.
And if you kept up with the conversation, you should already know who's gonna make an appearance there.
Man, I'm just wondering what kind of variation are we gonna get? I mean, I hear Staples runs around and does things with Madness and now, and Staples has always been one of my favorite members of Bedlam. And I would just die to see Bedlam one time because I've never got to see them live.
Never got to see them live?
Never. And you know what? If I would have known that they were doing the same show that you did at 2002 Gathering, and I would have known Bedlam was there, I would have freaking been in the crowd to see both y'all play. But I was running around watching wrestling and shit.
Well, where are you located at?
Man, I'm in Illinois, Bloomington, Illinois.
Oh, then you close enough then, right? I think you might want to come to the show on the 29th. I'm just saying.
Fuck, man.
I'm just saying. If you can make that show on a Friday, your dreams may be fulfilled.
Damn it.
No pressure, buddy.
And you get to see the Michigan Misfits.
I know. Michigan Misfits and Bedlam in one house. And V-SINISTER and the ROC. Holy shit. Now, here's the one thing that I'm surprised at, and I don't want to dive into. I'm not one to dive into too much drama and bullshit like that. But since Bedlam is going to be at a Magic Ninja kind of function event here.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Believe me when I tell you that I try to make sure that there is, whenever I deal with anybody, I put it like this. I don't do drama at all, because the one thing about doing drama is that it slows you down from what you need to focus on to move forward. So basically, the artists on the show, I want to make sure that everybody's good to go. If you ain't good to go, you ain't on the show. It's simple as that. I mean, I don't do beef. I don't try to beef with nobody. It's like this. I used to work with a psychopath a long time ago. Got invited to a plethora of events bombed by Joe and Rob or what have you. And George knew that, and me and George still was working on a few things here and there and what have you. And it's like this. I work with anybody. So long as you good to me, I'm good to you. I'm like, hey, if you got issues with anybody and everything, look, I'm just working with you for the sake of doing business and working with you and what have you. I'm not trying to get into whatever conflict you got going on. I'm wary of it and what have you. And that don't mean I won't take root and plant my feet somewhere and take a firm stance on something, but it's got to be a just thing. But if it's something, if the drama's ridiculous and it's not making no money, it's not pushing business forward, I don't got time for it. You either got time for drama or you got time to do business and make money. Which do you want to do?
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that it's a step in the right direction for Bedlam. They're a legendary act that needs to be recognized in the horrorcore community more than they have been. I feel. And for them to be at an event that is sponsored somewhat by M&E is like, that's a big deal. Have you seen
any of the like low-key Juggalo podcast with Madness on it?
Yeah.
With like that Child Plays Ninja dude. Like, the dude gets fucking bonkers, man.
At times. But maybe he's taken a step in the right direction, and the band itself could get a little bit of better, like, positive traction.
But is Prozac really going to work with him? I hope so.
That I'm not 100% sure. Not up on Bedlam business, so I can't put anything out there that I'm not 100% familiar with. But I just say Bedlam know how I rock, and what they know how I rock. And like I said, the show isn't about drama. It's not about beefs and everything. If you got beefs, you can't do this. It's simple as that. If there's beef or drama, you can't do the show. Because again, if you're bringing that to the show, it's going to reflect on me, and you're going to sit there ruin a nice business relationship I got with somebody that I don't even got nothing to gain from the beef. So
that's one thing about you ain't doing the show. V-SINISTER's always been a straight shooter, man. That's what we love about you.
I'll work with anybody, but if you bring up drama, I can't work with you. I don't do drama.
That shit. At the end of the day, it doesn't do nothing but fuck with everybody's money, everybody's energy, everybody.
There you go.
No.
Like, hey, I want to make sure I put my kids through college and take care of them and everything, and I can't do that worrying about beef that probably in a couple years or so you're going to forget and move on anyway. You stop me from moving forward because you want me intertwined in something that is just between you and this individual and what have you. Y'all square that away, but if you about doing business and trying to propel the underground forward, then, hey, let's work together. If you ain't, I don't got no words for you.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question for you.
I mean, some people might see it differently and everything because the loyalty's a thing, what have you. And again, you don't necessarily have to work with me, but that's where I stand at. Like, I'm all about business and moving forward and making connections that help not only move the genre forward, but take care of my team and everything. My team is they're looking at me to make sure that we move in the right direction, and we're not gonna move in the right direction involving ourselves in drama that had nothing to do with nobody on my team, and that's gonna hurt business along the way.
Speaking of your team, I don't know if we ever asked, how did you come up with Stormroot?
Stormroot, I love video games, and I just asked this: how many here play ActRaiser?
I don't know. I can't front. I never heard of it.
No, I'm that old. Nobody played ActRaiser here.
What is it?
Super Nintendo?
No,
nobody.
Bro. Maybe. What is it about?
All right, ActRaiser was a platform on the Super Nintendo that came out in 1991, and it was about you pretty much assumed the role of God, if you will. And there was a statue on the ground with a sword, and God would put his soul into the statue and like go through different lands, fight vanquishing monsters and other things. And at the same time, it was kind of like what kind of games are those? Something like is it it's Conquer, one of land building games. I forgot the name of them in the genre, but yeah, you acted as God building up a village and turn the village to a thriving community, and you cure sicknesses and settle squabbles and so on and so forth. That was the main bulk of the game, and in between you had the quest of like a side scroller going through with your sword, fighting different enemies and monsters, and you had to work your way all the way up to the last boss named Tansra. But in the Japanese version, the boss was Satan, and you fought Satan and his minions and everything and defeated them. Now, Stormrook was a name of a city. It was a level, I think it was it was in ActRaiser 2. It was Gratis and Stormrook. Gratis was the first level you went to. Stormrook was the next one. And I always thought, what is that right there that you holding up?
Oh, that's my bad. I was digital street teaming real quick. My bad.
No problem. Yeah, I was like, okay. Couldn't see the screen was small, but yeah, Stormrook was a level that was on ActRaiser 2, and I just love the way it sounds, Stormrook, and ran with it since. And when I wanted to make it an imprint, it used to be just Stormrook Studios, and this was back in 2001 before I struck out on my own, and then it became something that I was up there and trying to put a lot of stuff through, but never really took off in favor of Area 51 Music. The Area 51 Music was a viable entity with the ASCAP and BMI and all that publishing, copyright all the way to 2017. Took a hiatus in 2011 and then reemerged in 2017 when Rob from Psychopathic asked me to do the Dark Carnival games, the first one, and then went and did a Gather in 2017. Then 2020 was when I wanted to make the transition over from just Area 51 Music to Stormrook. A longtime friend of mine from a long time ago named Christy Thomas. She came aboard what me and Josh was working on, and then that's when we transitioned from just Area 51 Music and made Stormrook Entertainment the umbrella, the whole Area 51 Music, Stormrook Studios, Frankenstein Fitness, and a bunch of other endeavors we were working on, but it's all under Stormrook Entertainment umbrella. So for the most part, Stormrook is just an entertainment conglomerate that's working on putting out different forms of entertainment. Comic books, comic strips, fitness tutorials, or fitness videos, music, whole 9 yards. Whatever is entertaining people, that's what we're going to work on putting out.
And you mentioned Josh, right? That's your partner, right?
Joshua Philly. Yep.
Right. That's the dude that's with you at like Camp Zulu and shit, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Shout out to that guy. How long you been down with him? Forever?
Josh was that got multiple personalities up in there, laugh aloud. Josh has been with me since 2005. He came along as a fan. He told me that he came up to me in 2003 to get an autograph, and I don't recall signing an autograph for Josh, but as I said, it was a lot of people in 2003. So
I'm probably one of them. You can bet my ass.
Jackson.
Yeah, in 2005, Josh. What happened was there used to be another individual with us named Antonio. He was with me since 2004 when I used to be with Deviant Productions before striking out on my own with Area 51 Music. He had brought Josh aboard, and Josh was basically helping wherever he could and what have you. And through the many iterations and changes of Area 51 Music, Josh was the one that stuck around the longest, even when I was going through trials and tribulations in 2011 that kind of spread from there and took a hiatus from music. Josh was still there. The V-SINISTER page and everything. He was giving it life support, if you will. When it was pretty much circling the drain and I was contemplating just giving it up altogether, Josh hung in there, kept it going, and then 2017 got a shot in the arm, released a great stairwell, and kept it going with Kill God and a few other things too, Haunt of Fear 3. And then 2020 was when Christy came aboard. We made Stonework Entertainment, and I like the progression that we did in 2020 when the pandemic was going on. I'm pretty sure you and a lot of other people didn't even know who the hell or what a Stonework Entertainment was. Y'all probably was familiar with V-SINISTER, but Stonework Entertainment, kind of like, what the hell is that? What's a Stonework and everything? And now Stonework is working alongside Magic Ninja Entertainment. Got a lot of close relationships and everything. Not going to divulge a lot of them and what have you, but I can't divulge Magic Ninja Entertainment because they're working with us with the Storm on the Horizon show and what have you. And
hey, little steps make big leaps, right?
Oh yeah, one brick at a time. Always one brick at a time.
Oh, yeah, man.
But like you said, George is such a good dude, and he's open minded with shit, and you know, V, you are a powerhouse in your own right. So it would be in their best. It's in their best interest to have you on board at their fucking. I'm telling you right now, man. If George was wise as he really thinks he is, man, he needs to have you on board as either like even as a backstage producer, mixer, whatever, what have you, to have you on board on the Magic Ninja team. I'm telling you right now, that would be fucking fresh.
Hey, you never know. You never know. Trust when I tell you there is a lot of irons in the fire. We're just trying to make sure we keep all the irons hot and just tend to them one step at a time. Like I want to do everything all at once, but in order for us to get to where we want to get to, we got to do it one step at a time. Slow process is better than no progress. No, it's slow progress better than no progress. I'd rather take things slow and get there eventually than no progress being made at all.
Yep. Even if you're walking, you're moving forward. I always tell myself that.
There you go. So long as you're walking, you're moving. But if you're sitting still, you ain't going nowhere. And we're walking. Now, I'm pretty sure there might be some fans of people out there that want us to move a little bit faster, but I learned my lesson a long time ago about moving too fast and getting too high and you're not ready for it. And because, I mean, if a few things happened back then and didn't get messed up to the degree that they did, we probably wouldn't be, well, we probably would have had this conversation, but in a different capacity. There wouldn't be no Stormrook. There probably wouldn't be a Josh, and Josh would be around, but probably in a sense of just being a fan more so than being my right-hand man. There definitely wouldn't be a Christie, and Stormrook wouldn't be a thing right now. But I regret that things happened the way they did a long time ago, but if they didn't happen the way they did, then Stormrook wouldn't be, and I'm happy with where Stormrook is going. I want to say a whole lot, but the one thing I learned from my readings of 48 Laws of Power is you can talk all you want, but you would get more response and more attention by showing more than talking.
What up, Jackson? Jackson's in the house. That means we officially all 6 of the Fake Time friends in the house here with the show.
What's up?
Caught you in the best moment. There you go.
You okay there? Yeah. You ain't gonna die on live, are you?
He might.
I miss Jackson. We usually play Fortnite with these Michigan Misfits, but hasn't been playing as much lately. He's been working hard.
Yeah, some of us work, man.
Some of us got to work 3 jobs, all right?
Yeah, 3 jobs.
I know the feeling. No, boy.
I work half of one job. Don't you fucking...
George, if you're listening, help!
George, if you're
Wait, and you guys been watching for the... No one commented they got that flyer yet, right?
The who?
What?
I gave a special flyer out at the Shaggy Show for a free Michigan Misfits gift. No one called it out yet.
Oh shit!
Oh, no one called it out.
No,
nobody called it out.
Secret Pee Wee's Playhouse word.
Yeah, it's called whatever.
Whoa, he said it. Where's the fucking?
No, but Fake Legs did run into somebody at the show.
Shout out to Lardy.
B? That's my baby mama.
Lardy B, right there.
Is that guy holding a sub?
Yeah, it
I
looks
got
like
a question. I think they got brought up too with Lardy B or the Shaggy Show. What is the deal? I seen these on different posts and charging $150 for meet and greet. So what's the deal with that? No idea.
Is Lardy?
I don't know.
It's Lardy B, you fuck.
Lardy beef.
Yes. Lardy
No
B.
idea.
You didn't ever see her? Look her up. She got more followers than Bootleg.
Swear to Lardy B.
Yeah, I wasn't at the show. Fake Legs was.
Yeah.
Was it a meet and greet for Lardy B? Fake Legs.
It was after the show.
It was after the show.
Yeah, but apparently it was kind of a meet and greet. People were kind of bitching because I just went over there, like, whatever.
What was they bitching about? Just you going over there?
Well, I didn't realize it was a meet and greet, so I just walked over and she took a picture of me. Great.
Hey, what up, bitch?
You gotta be quick. You gotta be quick.
Oh man. Yeah, Lardy B, a nice artist. Seen her perform at the gathering. Yeah, she had the crowd going.
Bro, her gimmick is second to none. Her gimmick is like the clowns. They throw soda. You throw tomatoes at her. So we threw chips, and she was all excited. So we went and got her a hot dog, and we threw a hot dog at her. She ate it on stage.
Man.
But she was happy.
That's a great gimmick.
Yeah.
Y'all better never throw wieners at us while we're on stage.
I will drop.
I was going to bring you like steaks. There you go.
So
I'll go get Jenny right now. You watch it.
Yeah, is this good here? Hey, if that's good here, remember?
Y'all throw wieners at us on stage, and I will throw Jenny out into the crowd.
That kid right there was sporting a shirt that Fake Legs wrote on. He wrote our fucking.
Robin did, you dumbass. I didn't do that.
No, Robin did that.
You think I can write that legible? Stupid.
That's pretty fucking fresh, though. That kid.
No, he said he was going to come watch it. I hope he's here.
Nobody watches this ever.
Yeah, me too. You're right.
Please don't watch
But anyways, we still got our guests here. Don't trail off. Focus.
Oh no worries. Hey, I'm just following the format.
We got our silly gimmick, and usually when you come on, we curb our silliness to like a solid 80%. You know, like 20. Yeah, we keep it good. You know,
this is your show. Just do your show.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to follow along.
All right, well, I got a question for this guy right here. Hey, Zulabotomy.
What?
Put you on the spot. How is it being on the team? You got your little flyers there. Let's get a better look at them, sir.
All right, give me a minute. Hold on 1 second. Yeah,
hold on. It's upside down. That's my fault. My bad. Here.
Fake legs. I'm trying to talk. So this is the white paper, and this is the LLE crew. Continue. I'm just fucking.
So right there, you got all the three different artists displayed on their new flyers and Zulmart. That's badass. So
who are them assholes in the middle?
I don't know, but they're fucking dickheads. They look like
don't worry about those. Don't worry about those two. It's really just these three and this one and this. Like this. These, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's
what'll it take to arm wrestle Mr. Sinister? Can I use 2 arms?
One more word. One more word, and the luchadors get it. They're gonna get it. You
don't. It's probably dude. Toxic.
Oh, question for Mr. Fisher. How many episodes have you watched before you accept an invitation? No, I've done this one before.
Yell in my ear.
I will burn the bed bugs off a whipstick.
I heard those flyers double as roach traps.
They double it what?
As roach, put them up in a little triangle. Roaches climb in. Stick to the fun time, guys.
The fun time, guys. We love to give them.
How are they doing?
And also, if you're in a pinch and you need to pinch one off, as long as you take off this one and this one and this one, this white one here in the middle, great TP. I'm telling you, wonderful.
I think the fun time guys are working on their third album, or no, this will be their fourth album under LLE, counting the Christmas one, right?
Wait a minute. Can you hold up that flyer again?
God damn it! You're not even my real dad, motherfucker.
Nah, it needs more Misfits.
It does. You're right. It needs more Misfits. That's correct. Yeah, I know. When SON came out on stage and announced that he was on LLE, I was waiting for the Misfits to come out and be the next ones to be announced, but it didn't happen.
Hey,
maybe next year. Maybe next year.
At the time.
Next year, you guys got to figure out a mask gimmick to be on our label, and you guys will be like, "Well, we ain't got no masks."
But then next thing you know, whatever.
Here's a piece of secret info for the Hordecast loving crowd.
Ugly loser every day. What do I need a silicone mask for?
Hey,
whatever.
I got one question about that neck pisser.
I'm trying to give out.
You moved.
I'm trying to give out.
Wow.
I'm trying to give out. I'm trying to give out.
You was sitting so still. Like, is that a picture you just got up, or is he just sitting that still?
I'm trying to give out. I'm trying to give out fake time secret information.
He's broken. Somebody slap his screen.
He's glitching out.
Somebody pull his cord. He's not talking. No, I was trying to give out secret fake time information, and that is the fact that the wonderful and great and illustrious Michigan Misfits will soon have their very own masks.
And don't be saying stuff like that. Oh, Body Rock's gonna punch you. He's gonna heart punch you now. Like the old school wrestlers back in the day would give you a heart punch and then they'd pin you because you couldn't.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. My bad. My apologies. Is that like? Never mind. I'm just saying from my side. I'm gonna. I don't know what they got going on already, but what I'm talking about is what I'm doing. I'm gonna What I'm saying?
That might be your buddy right there. He says Fake Legs is the GOAT. That could be. That might be that guy that had the shirt on.
And while y'all wrestling too, did y'all see the list of people that got released today?
Yeah.
Yes, on WWE, it was insane, man. I'm mad that Boogs got kicked out, man. Fucking Boogs, man.
Man.
Probably got asked though.
Body Rock, who's the one that you're most disappointed on leaving from WWE today?
And Body Rock, I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about something else.
Oh, you good? I mean, really, I don't know.
I think Body Rock just decided to see these guys
and Shelton Benjamin, but I felt like Dolph Ziggler asked because he's doing stand-up comedy and trying to take that more serious than wrestling.
I didn't know that's what the Rock that he was.
What the Rock?
What about Mustafa Ali?
See, he's another one that wanted to be let go, and so he can venture on somewhere else too.
AEW. In Dolph Ziggler's defense, I see
Mustafa going to New Japan.
New
Japan.
Like
he would fit over more in New Japan. I feel like he would get lost in AEW after like a couple months and just be a low card. See him on Rampage.
Like what's the name? Like Ruby Riott, but she go by something else now. But like Ruby Riott.
Yeah. I could see what you're saying, Body Rock, with that, because Mustafa Ali, I feel like that's a big missed opportunity in WWE. I mean, when they sent him back to NXT, I was like, hey, he could shine here in NXT like they were trying to make him shine in the 205 Live. But man, dude, he is so good, and he didn't need all that Sub-Zero like Glacier no bullshit, looking like Cyrax or some shit.
And really, I see him actually working out more in Impact for the X Division.
Or he could go to Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor would be a good spot for him too.
But you gotta think, Ring of Honor is AEW.
Exactly, but he would shine better at Ring of Honor.
Bootleg, sorry to interrupt. Put a picture of that kid that I sent it to you earlier. The billboard. That's him. Yeah, so he wins.
Be more specific so we don't get fucking canceled.
What? No, you'll see. That's our homie. He's the billboard.
That's that dude right there.
That's dope, dude. That's fucking dope.
This
What the fuck?
It is me. It's Tanner.
Legs, I need you to send me that picture, sir.
But V-SINISTER, he's a young juggalo that went to the Shaggy show.
Yeah.
And he's seen, because I wore my mask and I was moshing in there. So I told him about our show. And he was like, well, write on my shirt so I can help people, find you guys. And then he swore he'd tune in and watch. So shout out to that kid, man.
Oh, he's on right now?
Yeah, that's him. That's him right now. I told him.
Pop that kid back up real quick.
Pop that kid back up. It's his That's his son. That's his son.
He looks just like him.
How you doing, Tanner?
But he's gonna win some Michigan Misfits. I'm gonna pay for a little package to get delivered to him.
Shout out to that dude for fucking being in the chat and
swore, dude. He swore. He's like, I'll be there. Watch.
Yo, what's that kid's name, Doc?
Tanner.
Yo, shout out to you, Tanner. You're dope as fuck, brother.
If you see that little video me watching earlier, that was him I picked up and threw. Do you got that video? Bootleg?
I see that.
He looked at me like, what in the fuck are you doing? That one you said I looked to see my buddy Bootleg Fake Legs moshing. That was him. Shout out to him.
I didn't save that video though, but I know what you're talking about now.
You don't like me? That's all good. But anyways, V-SINISTER, he's the young breed of juggalos that keep it thriving. It's like he came there, he's like, man, I love this shit, blah, blah, blah. And I told him all about this. So now he should look into Stormrook Entertainment.
Look both of us up. Look up V-SINISTER and
Sick Man. He has a flyer of you guys.
You will go the right path.
I'm not your dad.
He has your guys' flyer is why he's here. He had to look at your flyer and your picture to even get here.
Hey, what? He a kitty. Yeah, I'm about to say, he wouldn't be able to come to the show because it's how old is he?
I think, are you still here, Tanner? I'm pretty sure he's like 15, 16.
Oh, no, he ain't going to be able to come. That's the one thing I forgot to do was make sure I got at a venue that was all ages. Like, Hamilton Street. I love Hamilton Street because that's the place to go drinking, clubbing, whatever and everything, but they ain't going to let him in. They ask for ID and he don't got it. And 15, oh, no, you ain't getting in there. They ain't going to get shut down, so.
He's got the Michigan Misfits sticker on his phone.
I got the Michigan Misfits sticker on my phone.
And he's 17.
Oh, he's 17? Yeah, he still ain't getting in.
He might.
Still ain't happening.
Hell yeah.
Hey, not that I would want you to come there, but they don't want to lose their liquor license, so yep.
But we're gonna send him something extra, special from the Michigan Misfits for being a homie on the fucking dime.
Jimmy Madrox, prom night, dumpster queen.
Yes,
that's a scary looking mask. I ain't gonna lie. I've been doing this for years and everything, and that's one of the few things that's gonna make me not get some sleep tonight.
Shit. Don't be in the Discord.
Her Nedden's covered with mange.
Wait a minute. Everybody shut the fuck up. Wait, no, everybody shut the fuck up. V, say my name again.
Jimmy Madrox, prom night, dumpster queen.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you. I ain't think me saying your name was gonna give you that much enjoyment. I appreciate for fulfilling the fantasy. I don't know. Hey.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Is this good? Will it fit? Are you good? Is that all right? Cool. Let's go. Come on.
I'm not gonna.
Maybe you can. Maybe you can be the next person that owes me Similac next Friday, motherfucker. Oh, speaking of my Similac, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, yo. Yo, he knows who I'm talking to.
I gotta get on these shows a lot more. Oh boy.
Jenny Madrox.
Jackson, you have about 36 hours for my Similac. You better not be late.
Jenny Madrox, she has the Jamie Madrox girl voice down to a T, and we found her sitting around in a dumpster, covered in dumpster juice, completely begging for it from the Misfits. So she had to come along to be one of our raps.
I'm tired of this misconception. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and clear this shit up right here on the fucking Hordecast. Are you ready, bitch? Here we fucking go. Okay, Jamie fucking Madrox, the girl voice that he does, that bitch's name is fucking Lisa. Okay, I'm Jenny. I'm the fat bitch that was trying to get on their butts and they wouldn't let me. So stop getting my shit wrong, bootleg. Get your shit together. Fuck.
Why you gotta cause problems, bootleg? Damn.
Yeah, bootleg, why do you suck so much pee-pee?
I don't.
Jesus Christ.
I don't.
Bootleg. You need to turn your camera off and think about it for about 5 minutes, right?
Woo, boy, that's a lot of heat right there.
Right.
Yeah, bringing the heat tonight. I don't understand.
Cheated out by his baby mama, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're in trouble, bootleg.
I
Think about it.
take the heat though because real heels never turn.
Yeah.
It's true.
Jimmy, that weed looks delicious.
Huh?
Nothing. I'm talking to the people in the chat.
Oh, okay. All right. That's dope. V, I want to say right now that I'm glad that you're a good sport about everything and hanging out with us and all the bullshit.
And to all the people that are tuning in, again,
Somebody must have told y'all uptight or something.
Yes, sir. Do it.
No, I'm saying that somebody told y'all I was uptight and just wouldn't come on here or something. I thought I was on here before.
You were. No one ever told you were uptight at all, ever.
We have had other people think that because we clown around a little bit, that we might not take the artist seriously enough. And I'm not going to say any names, but there are people out there that
I've hit up that.
Right.
Not me.
But the thing is, if you take yourself too seriously, maybe this show wouldn't be for you, honestly, because you can't laugh at yourself and have a good time.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm having an awesome time. Thank you for inviting me on here.
We appreciate you.
And before we get out of here, man, do you have any shout outs you want to give? And where can people find your music once again so they can know where to look you up?
All right, beforehand, I will say this disclaimer right here. I will try my best to be short-winded. I can't make promises, but I'll get to the point. Shout-outs, first and foremost, to Stormbrook staff and family, Joshua Philly, Christy Thomas, Clifton Durrell, James Alias, Shay Boogie. I don't know if they tuning in right now. And then going to all the close affiliates I call family. Michigan Memphis, of course. Thank you to Body Rock and Jackson, Andy Sherman, Zitro, Tierra Diaz, Heather, Ron Jump, Buckshot, George, and everybody at Magic Ninja Entertainment, the ROC, Blaine Nash, another close affiliate, Gary Goforth, and everybody else at Monstar Entertainment, Light, Schizo Michigan, Project Born, shout out to Nitty and Poke, Straight Jacket. I know I'm forgetting somebody and they're gonna kill me, but I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember. No. Oh, come on. Justin and Mandy. I mean, sorry about that, Justin. Squints and Mandy. They gonna be mad about that. My bad. Squints and Mandy. Scum, LSP, Cody Manson, Insane Poetry, Psycho. That's the homie from way back when. Defect and Staples from Definition of Insanity / Bedlam. Kurt D the Madness. Mike Spitz, Astray. Shit, man, I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh, can't forget Zoligans and also Axe. I don't know how to pronounce that name properly, so I'm not gonna butcher that name because Axe.
Alazuli.
Huh?
Alazuli.
Alazulu.
Yeah.
Fuck you, it's the Alazuli.
Hey, I don't like butchering nobody's name, so I if I can't pronounce it, I won't say it. I know I'm forgetting a ton of people. Forgive me. I'm just going off the cuff right here, and that's fire stuff to watch out for. The 29th, next Friday, doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. Hamilton Street Pub. It is the Storm on the Horizon show with Mike Spitz, Histio, Zitro, Michigan Misfits, Squints and Mandy, the ROC, me. Definition of Insanity, Guinness World Record attempt, going to take the wicked shit into the Guinness Book of World Records. And I'm not one of those artists that's capitalized on the wicked shit to get a name out there. I've been doing the wicked shit for a long time. I'm just branching out, expanding to nerd. Oh, see, I knew I forgot somebody. Can't forget MC Lars. Damn sure can't forget him. He's the homie. MC Lars, Rob Lightfield from Image. Well, I think he's doing his own thing right now, but Extreme Studios, Jim Valentino from Image, Eric Larson from Image. I've been networking and doing some stuff. I already said George at M&E and everybody else over at M&E. If I forgot anybody, please forgive me. Again, it's late at night, coming off the cuff, and back to the projects at hand. Storm on the Horizon next Friday, the 29th. Doors open at 6. Forthcoming projects we're working on. I want to divulge, but I just say it's a 4-man collective, and I'm gonna keep that under wraps because if y'all like lyricism, hopefully y'all like lyricism. I'm not talking about just the fly-by-night stuff, but talking about pure lyricism. Y'all gonna like this. Hunting Season Extermination, trying to get that done by Halloween. What else do I got right there? Next, it's gonna probably be next year because we got a lot of projects on the burner right now, but Enoch's Concerto, the Overture to Heaven and Hell, triple album. That is the next in the Gospels of the Apocalypse. Clifton Durrell, can't forget Clifton Durrell. And I forgot the name of the new song he's coming out with on the 1st of October. So let's rewind it back to now I forgot the song he had with Rick Ross. I know he gonna kill me, but so let's rewind it back to Storm, featuring me on there. We released that a couple months ago. I could look it up on the phone right now, but I know the time winding down and y'all got to get going. I got to get going too.
No, you're fine, bro. Do you?
Next year, Soldier Blade. Also want to show this right here. Doing draws in a let me get it right in the camera. Yep, right there. Doing draw offs in Rob Lightfield's group. Let me put it back up again. That right there. That was a draw piece that I did. This is 11 by 17. Again, I'm trying to get my comic book making skills back up to par where they used to be in the 90s when I almost got on Image. I'll probably share a story about that and then cut it short. Other projects, Eternal Worlds. It is a series of novels coming out with. It's science fiction and fantasy, and it's all about alien life on another world, fighting the battle of good and evil. If I explain the whole entire thing, it'd take about a couple hours, so maybe another time. And aside from that, Vigilante Strike, video game, music, composition working on for next year. Oh, this y'all almost forgot. People who picked up the keys. I know y'all been asking, waiting on that. When do we get John Doom? We're going to be sewing that album up soon. And those who picked up all 12 keys, you can go to thecineverse.com and buy the projects individually. Roughly $1 a piece, or get the Keys album. But you get the Keys album or get all 12 tracks and show your proof of purchase, you will get John Doom, and that is a project geared towards solely rhymes over video game music, but we're doing something different with the video game music. John Doom. So as far as the end of the year projects, John Doom. I almost slipped and said what the secret project was. Just wait and see. And Hunting Season Extermination next year. Enoch's Concerto, Soldier Blade 4-issue miniseries, Eternal Worlds first and second novel, because I already got the first novel sold up, just trying to get it finished editing, and Vigilante Strike. So back to how I came about almost getting on the Image and what I did to screw that up and what have you, and I take the blame for that. What happened was long before V-SINISTER and Lethal Legacy and Ghetto Records and all that, when I used to be stationed at Fort Riley, Kansas in the military, I used to do the Comic-Con circuit, just traveling, trying to take my portfolio to different ones. Went to one with Todd McFarlane. I had a piece that he autographed that I drew of one of my characters I created, Spawn and Angela, if y'all familiar with Spawn. Met Al Williamson there, was the co-editor for EC Comics, but he passed away a long time ago, and met a bunch of different people. Well, at one particular Comic-Con I went to, I think it was one of the staff from Image was there, and he checked out my portfolio. I forgot what I had on the portfolio, but one of them was Deadpool and Punisher having a conversation with somebody, and oh yeah, another one was Hawk and Savage Dragon fighting. And what happened was I gave him my pieces and everything, and he was looking through them, and I'm thinking, okay, you're gonna tell me I need to work on this, I need to work on that, and touch it up. Oh well. But he said that he liked what I did and everything, and he thought that he could probably find a place for me. So he gave me the number to, I think he might have been the co-editor, not the editor-in-chief, but somebody high in the rankings at Image Comics. He gave me the number to him, named Brian Haberlin. I don't know what Brian Haberlin is doing now, but he used to be a big guy at Image or what have you, and I guess could have landed me at the right studio. And the only thing I had to do, as the saying goes, you had one job. Well, I had one task. Call the number and get on the Image. What happened was I was going through a whole bunch of bullshit when I was married, and I ended up just getting into a situation that landed me in jail to avoid doing prison and time in Leavenworth for 2 to 7 years for 3 different felony counts. But I was too busy embroiled in that bullshit and drama when I said earlier that I don't do drama no more because you miss opportunities and a chance to move forward when you're too busy embroiled in drama. Well, I didn't know that over 20 years ago. I was embroiled in a bunch of drama long before the music, and instead of just saying, you know what, leave that shit for the birds, call this number, get out to California, get on Image Comic Books, it was already laid out for me. I ended up losing the number. I ended up going to jail for 30 days, and when I tried to go back and get my possessions, and one number I had to call Brian Haberlin to get on Image, I lost it. And back then, there was no social media, anything like that. You could go on and just look them up and do that. It was none of that. No Facebook, MySpace, nothing. So basically my chance to get on Image and do comics and probably had a different life leading out, lost that because I was too busy embroiled in drama, and there you go. So that's how I lost my shot at Image. But because of talking to Jim Valentino and trying to get a few pointers from him and talking to Eric Larson, creator of Savage Dragon and what have you, was able to at least get on their radar. And the most important thing Christy always says is, as far as business goes, the most important thing is that you're in the conversation. It don't matter how gifted you are, how talented you are, what you can and can't do. If you're not in the conversation, the topic of conversation anywhere where you need to be at, it don't matter how talented you are. Nobody's going to know who you are. People don't know who you are. So if you are at least in the conversation, you are on somebody's radar, and there's your chance to get out further. And right now, I'm on a lot of radars, but I'm going to make sure I stay out the drama, stay focused, and make it happen. That's it.
Yeah. Solid words.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. Either that or you got to get like me and be blowing your way to the top, bitch. And that's not the easiest thing either. So get it together, ho. Get it together.
Where can we find your music?
Thank you for reminding me, because Josh would have killed me. Music, you can go to www.thecineverse.com, find everything there that you want. The Matrix Project, The Keys, past V-SINISTER albums, Morning Star, Sins of an Angel, Soul of the Beast, Pale Horse, Requiem for the Darkness, The Great Stairwell. And I think we ought to print the Great Stairwell, so we're gonna reprint those. But I think we just sold the last physical copy of the Great Stairwell, but you can still buy the download, the streaming of it. You can also go on YouTube. You can go to Reverb Nation, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever music is sold digitally, you can find us there. You can also go to Facebook page and find the V-SINISTER page, Stonework page. I think it could be worse page too. You can go to Instagram. You can also find me on TikTok and TikTok under Stonework Villain. That is just random Stonework madness, whether I'm showing videos of me doing the artwork, whether I'm working out, whether I'm pushing Clifton Derail. Anything Stonework related, you will find on TikTok and the Stonework Villain and TikTok, and not TikTok, but it's called X now. It used to be Twitter, but X. I want to try and push that too, but I still have not got the concept of what Twitter is besides just, I don't know. So I'm not on there a lot because all these years I still don't understand the dynamic with Twitter. So yeah, but again, Spotify, Apple Music, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Reverb Nation. You can find them things, Stonework and V-SINISTER and Clifton Derail related too, because I can't forget Clifton Derail because we're trying to get him out there too, and he's doing good right now. But we're gonna try to turn good into better.
Is he on Stonework?
Yes, he is. Clifton Derail. Again, there's another song coming out, the first, and I forgot the last one he's coming out with because I try to let the artists do their thing and pop in every now and again to make sure that they're on track because I got a lot of stuff going on myself, but that's what you got a team for to make sure that happens. He had released a song that had Rick Ross and I think who was the other MC on there? It just came out the first of this month. But again, you can find that on Spotify. Just look up Clifton Derail or just make it easier. Go to thecineverse.com. You'll find the link to Clifton Derail and you'll get all the songs that he released on EP that he worked on. And he's working on the forthcoming project right now. I got to come better equipped with Clifton Derail stuff and everything because, again, I'm trying to focus on trying to get everything I got in order right now and talk to the team too. So, Clifton, if you see this, forgive me. It's not that, man. You already know I keep up with your stuff, but I got a lot of irons in the fire to keep up with too. But we all gonna get to the same destination, the banquet. I promise that not only the Stonework family, but the affiliates are gonna enjoy when success is certain and success happens.
Like you said, talk makes, put their name in the ear.
Oh yeah,
gloves, John.
I'd say like the last few weeks.
I got no skin, the skin tone ones.
You can get some Bad Touch gloves at Bad Touch Supply, and if you use that promo code Whipstick, even though he does have mange in his beard,
he has fucking bed bugs. I'm telling you, he's got bed bugs.
you'll get 10% off your purchase for a pair of these fancy gloves. There's several kinds on there, and a lot of them are.
I gave him crabs. It's one of the two. He's either got bed bugs or I gave him crabs. Something is happening. I don't know what it is.
God damn. Hey, if you get a hold to them gloves before next Friday and everything, your gloves will be in the video that Guinness is going to put on their site. And the one thing I would say about Guinness is they get a lot of freaking traffic. I think it was maybe a few weeks ago to a month. They put up one video and in a span of 7 hours got 77 million views on it just for one video that same day. They get a lot of traffic. Now, wouldn't that be nice to have some gloves on, showing me doing the Billy Kane exercise and everything, and millions upon millions of people see that because the lowest numbers I think they get is somewhere in the hundreds of thousands, and the highest number I've seen was 77 million people. They got 35 million followers. Yeah, 35 million followers on there, and I think 18 million likes.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, yep. I hope you hit that Guinness Book World
Record. There's no hold to it. I'm hitting that. I would die on stage. Like I practiced the routine beforehand, and they gave me a set number they wanted to see hit, and I'm above the number right now. So all I gotta do is that next week hit that number, and it's for certain. Follow the rules. Have all the people witnesses. Huh?
Are you gonna live stream it?
Anybody that want to, hey, they could live stream it. they said they want 3 different pieces of camera footage on there, but whoever I have there, I will make sure that they live stream it for the Stormrook page too.
Well, Body Rod's got a GoPro. He could do it.
How much you want to do that, Body Rod? How much is it gonna cost me for your live stream that?
Or do it live on the Fake Time Friend show.
I don't know how to do that on a GoPro.
Just do it live on the.
I can do it on my phone.
Friend, then we can archive it on YouTube.
Yeah, so maybe before you start just offering fucking Body Rot services, you ask him if he can even do it. Please.
Body Rot, what if you just go live on our show?
It's a Friday.
Man.
I know, but we can make an exception for you and V-SINISTER.
So fucking demanding, bro.
We'll send Jenny Madrock's service all in need.
Hey, listen, he already says he wants to live stream it while he hits it. Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay?
Don't hear you off stage again.
There goes that.
No, listen, I'm not getting off of here until I ask him to send me the dick pic. Don't worry, bitch, I got you. It's fine. I thought my bad. Shit.
That one is done. I'm out of here.
Yo. Right. On that note, damn. Oh shit. All right, so yeah, we can figure something out, man.
We dropped our viewers in half. We went from half of none to like -12.
Well, I was gonna say, Body Rot, if you want to go live for the for his the exercise thing for his we'll go live.
Thing. You mean the world record?
We can go live for my next pap smear. What's up?
Of the Guinness Book entry.
I got me a visit to the doctor for the pap on Wednesday. Let's go.
We're gonna be in the Guinness Book for the nastiest fuck ever.
All right, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, bro. We'll talk about it. I don't know.
Yeah, all bullshit aside, shout out to fucking V-SINISTER and thank you for being here with us, brother. It's been fucking amazing hanging out with you.
Yes,
thank you for having
me very much.
I'm thinking I get off work at 10, and if he's gonna go do a set before he does it, I'm just trying to make sure that I would be back home before, and I can set up a stream and we can do this. But we can make something happen.
To that boy. What?
Green Dragon?
It's a dispensary.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, I guess we'll wrap this show up. B, thanks for coming and hanging out. And
thank you for having me.
Exactly. Neck Pista, thanks for showing up. Jenny Madrock. I'll see you later, and I've got to go.
All right.
Something great.
All right, y'all.
All right.